Hey everybody, welcome back. Today marks part 3 of our at-home pizza making series, and we're talking about stretching out your pizza dough to that perfect circle shape every single time. Now this works best with my homemade dough. You'll find the recipe on my profile. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to make that dough and whip it out for this video. Let's do this. This right here is about 3 or 4 days into the fermentation process. It's looking gorgeous. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. Before I get this out, I take my mixture of cornmeal and flour. That's 3 parts flour, 1 part cornmeal. Perfect ratio in my opinion. And just kind of do a dusting over the top. You want to make sure that it is not sticky whatsoever. Any part of the dough that's sticky will end up sticking to your peel. And that is the last thing that you want. And just like that. Beautiful. Okay? Once you got it there, go ahead and put some more on there. And just give it some pats. Pat that mixture in and just kind of season it like a steak is what I like to think of it. And I use a lot of this, okay? I use a lot of cornmeal flour mixture throughout the process. So just kind of work out the dough. I don't really push it into the dough per se. It's all just topical onto the dough. Excess flour will come off, won't be absorbed into the dough. So it won't really affect the hydration of the dough at the end of the day. This dough is about 60% hydration, so it's really easy to work with. It's not too rigid, too stretchy, so that's nice. At this point, it's really starting to flatten out. So I got it all dry. Next step, just start pushing out on the edges about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in. And what I'm doing here is defining the crust. Now a lot of pizza makers will start from the center and go out, pushing the air, but I find that it's easier for me at least to start with defining the crust so that I have consistency in the crust. But I found when I start from the center out, it's harder to get that consistent crust area. So I just like to do this, and then once I have that crust pretty much defined, you can really push down here. Just don't push so hard that you create a hole into the dough or make it stick to the countertop. From this point, just kind of push the center out. It's when you're really kind of leveling the playing field, if you will. And you can see how much it's already stretched out. Just kind of lightly pat down, okay? And then I also like to flip it over because it's already started to stick to the countertop there. Let's go ahead and dust it again. Dusting, give us some pats. Flip it over again, do some more dusting. Just all topical dusting, okay? Okay, so what I do, I start prepping the dough by just kind of giving it some light tosses, just like this. Just some light tosses, and this dough has actually been sitting out for about an hour. It's already very well stretched. You don't even need to toss it into the air. I'll demonstrate how to do that in a different video, but just look how easy that is to stretch out, and that's probably more than I need, honestly. Just like that. So just to go over what I was doing there. Taking my hands in this motion, okay? Getting a feel for the dough on the top of my hands. I'm not using the bottom of my hands at all, except to pick up the dough. But the most important thing is getting a feel for the dough, okay? Every dough is a little different, so really just takes some practice. But you want to get that motion down, just kind of a flick motion. Boom, just kind of up, 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 okay? That is a beautiful circle right there. And that's all there is to it, guys. As always, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'll get to you as quickly as I can. Next time, we're talking about preventing that dough from sticking to the peel. I can't tell you how many people out there have struggled with this. I struggled with it, and it's the most frustrating thing you can face as an at-home pizza maker. So we're gonna go through tips, tricks, troubleshooting, all the areas of how to get that dough mobile and into the oven.